Nava Narasimha. Ahobilam is a town and holy site in the Allagadda Mandal of the Kurnool district in the Indian state of Andhra Pradesh. It is surrounded by picturesque hills in the Eastern Ghats with several mountain hills and gorges. It is the center of worship of Narasimha, the lion-headed avatar of Vishnu, to whom the 9 Hindu temples and other shrines are dedicated. The main village and temple complex are at Lower Ahobilam. Upper Ahobilam, about 8 kilometres to the east, has more temples in a steep gorge. Physiographically, Kurnool consists of 2 important mountain ranges, namely the Nallamalas and the Eramalas, running parallel to each other from north to south. The Nallamalas are located in the eastern part of the district, whereas the Eramalas are situated in the center. Facilities like a canteen, accommodation, and doli services for the old and infirm enthusiasts to make Ahobilam a destination for adventure junkies. Every weekend, the Narasimha Kshetra, which includes 9 temples seated in the rocky mountains around Ahobilam, witnesses thousands of pilgrims coming from all over the world. A quick glance at the starting point of the trek is enough to kill most aspirants' determination, as there is no real pathway leading upwards, only a steep climb. That is why a lot of trekkers find this climb extremely challenging and fulfilling. The main Narasimha temples at each site were built and expanded by the emperors of Vijayanagara in the 15th and 16th centuries, then sacked by the Mughals in 1578, then restored and expanded several various times. Up to the present day, as they stand, there are a mixture of work from all these periods. One of the mountains in the Nallamala hills range, around 18 miles from Srisaila Kshetra, Garuda did penance to have a glimpse of a vision of Bhagwan Narasimha, who killed Hiranyakasipu and saved Prahlada. After long years of the tapas of Garuda, he manifested himself in the cave of a mountain to fulfill the wish of Garuda and resided in the hills around Ahobilam in the midst of the dense forest in 9 different forms. This hill came to be known as Garudadri or Garudachalam. Treks to the other temples at Upper Ahobilam begin here. Just to the left of the Gopuram, there is a small entrance leading to the starting point of the trek. On the other side of the entrance, you walk into the forest. There is a picturesque yet scary-looking bridge leading up to the trek pathways. The bridge is built along the temple wall, with iron rods holding it up. Below is a rock-strewn steam path. You don't want to imagine what would happen if the iron rods and the wood planks gave away. Upper Ahobilam includes 4 Narasimha temples: Ahobilam Narasimha, Kroda Narasimha, Jwala Narasimha, and Malola Narasimha. Kroda Narasimha. The temple of the Lord is 1 kilometer away from the main temple of Ahobilam, Narasimha Swami, on the Upper Ahobilam. The image of the deity has a face of a boar, Varada or Kroda, and is the Lord seen with the consort Lakshmi. Hence, the Lord of the temple is known as Krodakara, Varaha, Narasimha Swami here. Jwala Narasimha. The temple of Jwala Narasimha Swami lies higher up and above the temple, on a hill called Achalya Meru. This is about 4 kilometers from the Upper Ahobilam temple. This place is said to be the actual spot where the fierce anger of the Lord reached its culmination, where he tore Hiranyakasipu. There is a Rakta Kundam near the temple. It is stated that Bhagwan Narasimha, after killing the demon Hiranyakasipu, washed his hands with this tirgam. One can find the water in this kundam is still reddish in appearance. Malola Narasimha. Nearly 2 kilometers away from the main temple of Upper Ahobilam is the famous shrine of Malola Narasimha Swami. The deity in this place appears in Soumya, graceful form. Bhagwan Narasimha is seen with his consort Lakshmi. Here, the word Malola means beloved in Lakshmi. Ma is Lakshmi, Lola is beloved. Ugrasthampam. Enterprising youths from the district have resolved to set out an Ahobilam and climb up all the way to Ugrasthampam. On the top of the hill, we can see the cleft of the mountain dividing it into two visible parts. It is believed that from this cleft, Bhagwan emerged in the form of Narasimha, and this cleft is known as Ugrasthampam. The cleft, which divides the mountain into two parts, is even visible from distant viewers. It is considered the most challenging trek in Ahobilam. Trekkers believe the pinnacle to be the main attraction of Ahobilam and a must-try for all adventure junkies. The trek to Ugrasthampam is essentially a narrow path full of small slippery rocks, which makes for a tough climb. The path from Upper Ahobilam temple is fairly narrow with deep drops on the side. The duration of the trek from the temple is about 2 hours. Coming down from the hill has been reported as equally difficult. It's magical and exhausting. Prahalada Metu or Gudi. This place is also called Prahalada Metu, a small shrine situated in a cave on the hill. It is between the Ugrasthampam and Upper Ahobilam. It is dedicated to Prahlada Narasimha Swami. The image of Prahlada is installed in a small cave. There are a number of holy tirthas or water ponds in the hills of Ahobilam. Prahaladabadi is a flat, rocky area on the hill. This is where Prahlada is believed to have attended Gurukul, residential schools of the Krita Satya Yuga. The place is so silent and beautiful. There is another temple inside a tiny cave here. The Narasimha idol is believed to have been installed by Prahlada himself. This cave is behind the Malola Narasimha temple in Ahobilam. It is a 0.4 kilometer walk from Malola Narasimha temple through the forest and the narrow path of the cliff. There is a cavern in this cave. When demons threw Prahlada off the cliff, Prahlada fell through this cavern of the rock and was held by Lord Narayana. Around this cave, young Prahlada wrote Om Namo Narayana and Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva on the rocks. Devotees can still transcendental these letters.